Hello, everyone. Um, we are live. Well, I am live. Um, hope everyone had a great Thanksgiving. Hope everyone ate a bunch of quail and let the turkeys just gobble. I mean, ate a little bit of everything. It was pretty good, but I didn't eat too much, thankfully. Still haven't found my solution to losing 200 pounds before Christmas, so I guess I'll just have to live with it. Let's see. I see we have a lot of comments early on, which is good. Tonight, this is our 1 year of YouTube live streams. So that is pretty exciting. Let's start off as a joke. And here we are a year later with around 400,000 views. So that's pretty exciting. I never really had the dream of doing anything on YouTube, and here we are. I admit, the last 365 days, we haven't put out as many regular videos. So hopefully that'll change soon. We've been doing a lot of work, just not a lot of videos. Usually we video our work, and we have not. So we'll see next year. There's always next year, right? We are going to have giveaways tonight. Let's see. The way to enter is hashtag GFF. Put it in the comments. I just I did it one night. And I'm like that is freaking easy just to keep the same one. So we'll just keep the same one. And then that'll keep me honest because if I see it in on a live stream and I didn't do the giveaway because I forget sometimes, then I'll see it and it'll be a quick reminder and I'll have to do it. I don't know what I'll give away or how many I'm giving away, but we're gonna give away something tonight. Of course, we have our Black Friday sale going on right now. It is going really well. Of course, I'll be stressing out very soon. As soon as I get off of here, when I look at the orders and start packing because I'm still shipping eggs, and I'll probably continue to ship eggs. I am looking. Tomorrow's December 1st, so I'll probably ship all the way up to the 17th. Just give it enough time for Christmas, and then I'll resume back on January 5th. And January 5th, all of the spring, unless something was requested a later ship date, all of the spring orders are going to get shipped out on January 5th. They're going to start. So Lane was talking about wanting to play baseball and spring football this year. And I told Christina, I was like, yeah, we could let him. And she looked at me and said, she doesn't let it. So he's going to have to pick one because it gets pretty hectic, which we just finished football and it was hectic even in the fall. So, of course, I coach, so that kind of occupies a lot of time, and along with the quail and garden season is pretty busy as well. Should be a fun spring. We are definitely upping capacity to keep up with the orders. I still want to be inside of 10 days from order to shipping in the spring. Of course, we'll start off. I'll have 2 weeks that I'm not shipping, and then I have a bunch of spring pre-orders. So I'll start off in the negatives, and hopefully my math is mathing, and I did quail math properly, where I could quickly stay on top of it. Ultimately, I would like to be under 7 days, but under 7 days is might be unrealistic, but 10 days should be able to do it. Should be able to. I'll definitely try. but I have a plan if I can't, so will be great. I'm gonna jump into the comments here. We got Mr. Jacob LaFave says hello everyone. Hello Jacob. Jacob's the first comment. Marie Wiley says good evening. Hello neighbor. She is not far at all. If we could fly to each other, we could probably be there in just a few minutes. Zero G Quail Farms here says hello all. I am shocked. Brent does not do YouTube very much. So I am shocked and honored, sir. Thank you very much for stopping in. Kelly's here, says, here, just woke up from a mini nap. Blood sugar semi more manageable. Well, that is good. I know you've been struggling with that the last couple of days and being really sick. So I'm glad you're, at least something's going good. Kelly also says, happy anniversary to you and Christina. Hope you had a good weekend. Yes, yesterday was our 22nd wedding anniversary. So that is excellent. I was pretty excited. Got, you know, Christina and I really don't do gifts to each other. And when we do, it's always something that is, that we're going to actually use. So I got her a couple nice little things that she'll actually use. Because Christina is a scheduler, so I got her this like huge planner book, and where she has all her calendars and all of that stuff. So that, if it's not functional, really, we don't really have many things that are just, stuff we collect. She collects crochet quilts, but that's a whole nother story. I Love Quail says hello, thanks for stopping in. John Revore says good evening, everyone. Have had snow for 2 days in Michigan. I seen you guys up north. Definitely have gotten hammered. We were chilly. Wednesday afternoon was kind of chilly, and Thursday was cold. Friday was cool, and Saturday it kind of warmed up, and today we were upper 70s, low 80s. I think they're giving rain for the next few days, so apparently another cold front, but we usually don't get our extreme cold till January, and I say extreme cold like 30s and 40s at night, and 50s and 60s during the daytime. So we should be getting some better weather. Jason Myers says, hey everybody. Hello Jason, thanks for stopping in. Clarkity Homestead says, good evening. I see we have a Michigan person. I'm in Ohio. We've had snow for 2 days as well, but at least we beat your team this week. Oh yeah, the old Ohio-Michigan rivalry. Jason Meyer says, good afternoon, everyone. Happy anniversary. Detroit's Family Farm, live streaming belated wedding. Yes, thank you, sir. Thank you very much. Is it Chick says, hey, everyone. Hello, Corey. Sable Beauty says, wait, my phone is dying. I need to go plug it in. Also, hi. Well, thanks for stopping in. Get that thing plugged in. We're going to be here for at least a few more minutes, Christy Spell says, happy anniversary. Thank you for stopping in, Christy. Hope your quailer and you as well are doing well. The real deal, Shane Seal says, good evening from Steele's Family Farm. Happy anniversary, buddy. Thank you, Shane. Oh, now I know who Sable Beauty is. Midas Homestead. Yes. I definitely know who you are now. Thanks for stopping in, friend. John Collinsgrove says, hi, everyone. Hello, John. Alex Smith says, hello, everyone. Hope you have a great day and even better tomorrow. I'm going to have to see you tomorrow, so it won't be that good. Well, I missed one. Greg says, hi, everyone. How's everyone doing this wonderful afternoon? It's not wonderful. The weather is warm and muggy. John says, congrats on 1 year. Thanks, John. Yes, Waisaki says, happy 1 year live stream and thousands year anniversary too. Thank you for stopping in, Chris. We got a lot of entries. Turning's Corners here says, happy 1 year anniversary. Thank you, Terry. Thanks for stopping in. Do appreciate it. I know you know how much tonight meant to me, so do appreciate you stopping in. It means a lot. And can't wait for your live streams to start back up. I know I bugged you about it a bunch of times, so I'm just going to talk about it publicly now. But thanks for stopping in. Adriana Lee says, happy anniversary. Thank you. Brent says, our oldest son is trying to do 3 sports currently. Not fun. It's a lot. It's a lot of commitment. It really is. Oh, wow. That tea was hot. Very hot. Very, very. Ben Whitley says present. Yeah. You also entered into the drawing before you said present, but that's okay, man. We allow it. Starla says happy anniversary. Thank you. My friend Bill says good evening from cold Pennsylvania. Well, Ben, that's pretty cold up there. Adriana says 22 years. That's amazing. Yes, we were children. When we got married, we were children. And probably everybody didn't think we'd make it. And I think at this point, we're just both too stubborn to leave. No, it's been a great ride. 3 children, 22 years. And since we got married, we were on a homesteading mission, and we are still on our homesteading mission. I don't know if we gained any ground since we started, but we're definitely heading in that direction. One day, all the projects will be done, and it'll just be maintenance. I don't know when that day is going to be, probably another 22 years, but we're here. We're constantly improving, constantly adapting to different changes in our environment. And I mean, that's kind of just what life's about, right? Just, adapt. The world, in the last 22 years has definitely gotten a little crazier. So we've definitely adapted. Brent says couldn't not come support for the 1 year anniversary. Can't miss this. I appreciate it, Brent. Shane says he likes the hat. That's Peppermint Acres. That is Dwight and Sandy Wilson out of West Virginia. And Dwight gave me this hat. I think he gave one to Shane. And I think he gave one to Sean with Timber Ridge Quail Farm. And Dwight does not have a farm hat for his farm. So it's kind of funny. My friend Jenna from Alaska's here, made a YouTube. Thank you, Jenna. Thank you very much. Verna's here, says happy anniversary. Thank you, Verna. Jenna says we are Alaska and we are 38 and lovely today. 38 doesn't sound too bad. Yeah, surprisingly, talking to Alaska, you're talking to Jenna in Alaska, they may have better weather than some of us northern states in the United States. I thought just Alaska was just this ice barren land, for 3/4 of the year, but apparently not. So that's interesting. Speaking of cold weather, um, Jacob says, I'll be here listening, but I have to go hook up the snowplow since someone didn't before they went hunting. Yeah. You know, it's always better to do winter preparation before winter gets here. And I could tell you this not because I sit up on a high pedestal, because I'm usually the guy preparing for rain while it's raining. I'm the guy preparing for summertime while it's already hot outside. And I'm definitely the guy who shovels snow out of his attic when it does snow in Louisiana. So um, take it from my experience, then prepare before, because I've done a lot of preparing in the middle. And, usually every year for winter, I say, I'm going to do all of my projects. And then summertime, I'm going to take it easy. And I end up taking it easy all winter because the weather is just beautiful. And summertime, I end up working myself to heat exhaustion. Chris says, that's right, cluckety go Bucks. We're just going to say roll tide and we'll call it a day. Marie says, happy anniversary. Thank you, Marie. Our friend Katie from Homestead Matters says, happy anniversary. Congrats on a year. Man, that flew. It did. Um, it really did. And it's kind of funny. I think we are a little over 12,000 subscribers. And last year, I had just hit, I think I was like at 501 when we did the first live stream. So it is a lot. So it was good, some of it was bad. And I was kind of looking through some of the statistics before I got on here, and I noticed something that really grinds my gears. So I went through a bunch of my videos, and it's like a bunch of my videos I had one thumbs down, and I guess it's been a while since I said it, so I'll say it again so it's fresh. Um, Hit the thumbs up if you don't mind. If you feel like you need to hit the thumbs down, just scroll on with your negativity because we don't need it. Um, you know, that's the YouTube version of it. So, but I was like, wow, I actually had thumbs down on here. It could have been an accident, but because it was sporadically through videos. But I'm like, wow, I actually got a thumbs down. I don't know if that might be a sign that I'm actually reaching people, that I'm upsetting people. I don't know. I just found it funny. They had thumbs down. I'm like, wow. Midas Homestead says, I got my phone plugged in. I'm hanging out with my ducks. I have some hatching now. 3 this morning, and quail I hatched from you are doing great. Great. I think you got some cold weather coming too. John says, wish it was warm and muggy. Just got 12-inch or so of snow yesterday. Yeah, I'm actually planning out my shipments because of I'm gonna try to ship around the cold this week. So that's the next couple weeks of shipping will definitely be a little tough, trying to ship around the weather. And I'm gonna hit a point where I'll stop shipping, but it'll only be for it's like 2 weeks, so it's not too bad. Maybe 2.5 weeks, so it's not too terrible. I don't like anyone waiting for anything. I'm weird. Like I like to ship everything out as fast as possible. So luckily, a lot of the Black Friday stuff was for like later ship dates for you northern people with like March and April. So that'll give me a lot of time for the southern people to catch up. So I think I have a plan. Of course, you know how that goes. I can have a plan, but at least I have something. Izzy Chick says, talking to Kelly, says, still have to do graphics. I need to get on it because my next farmer's market is Tuesday. Thanks for the advice. Yeah, Kelly is a good person for design. Brooke Meyer says, good evening. Good evening. Thanks for stopping in. Ben says, "Happy anniversary from your BFF. Sorry, in the middle of butchering about 100 birds, so I'm late to the party." I definitely know the feeling. I definitely know the feeling. But you're here, so I think I need to change my light. Um, my light here at the computer, like it always, my eyes are fine until I sit here, so it might be. Let's see, um, let's see. That feels a little bit better on my eyes, and I mean, I still look bad, but I mean that light won't change that unless I turn it completely off. So just have to deal with it. Spindle Dream says, "Happy anniversary. Thank you for stopping in. Thank you very much." Brent says, "We all know where Ben's priorities are." Yeah, you never know with him. You never know. He's Ben. Uh, Brooke says, "Hope you had a good Thanksgiving and an anniversary. 25 years myself. Well, congratulations to you. That's a long time to spend with with another human being by choice. You know, it's you look at it like that. I mean, like your parents birthed you, so you kind of have that special bond. Your children, you birthed them, so you have that special bond. Your spouse is like it's purely by choice. So, if you've been married over 20 years. Well, that's an amazing feat, especially in today's age. Spindle Dream says 50 years here, and still hasn't learned that when I say I'm getting an animal, I really mean it. That's 50 years is a long time, and it's kind of the opposite. Like I'm the one getting the animals, and Christina's just dealing with it. Speaking of Peppermint Acres, there's Dwight Wilson. Says, "Good evening, family." Hello, Dwight. Yeah. So Jenna is in Alaska. She says they got 8 inches of snow all last winter, and we got 10.5 inches of snow in South Louisiana. So you you would think that it would be opposite, but I'll definitely have to do a visit up to Jenna in Alaska because it's not as scary cold as I thought it was. I thought it was like you know apocalyptic snowstorms and you know getting stuck there for weeks, but apparently not. So Jenna, make room. I'm coming visit. Cam's here. Hey Cam, how are you? Desiree says hello. John says the thumbs down had to be an accident. I think so, John. I think it was just an accident. I mean, I got fat fingers, so I do that sometimes too. And then I realized that I got the thumbs down, and I'm like, oops, I'm gonna go fix that. So, yeah. If not, then it's okay. I'll still go to sleep tonight and hopefully wake up tomorrow above the dirt. Desiree asked, "How was Thanksgiving?" It was Thanksgiving. Not a fan of all the holidays. I think a lot of it's just too commercialized. So not a fan. And then like if I want to eat turkey, I could eat turkey any day of the year. So I don't need to like this whole eating turkey on Thanksgiving things. And I'm sorry, but it needs to be said. It's gonna hurt some feelings. But guys, let's stop making green bean casseroles at these for these holidays. Nobody likes it, really. Like save the green beans for something else. Nobody really likes a green bean casserole at all. Hey John, there goes another thumbs down. Brooke says I'm stuck at work, so we'll be on and off live. Well, thanks for stopping in while you're at work. You're getting paid to watch. How great is that? Minus Homestead says, yes, it's freezing tonight and tomorrow. Yeah, that's what I saw. Um, Brooke says had to put the heaters in the shed where the brooder is. Got down to the 20s. Yeah, we did our winter prep type stuff early on this year, thankfully, because I think we were not prepared for the snow we got in January. So we think we're definitely in a panic, which we really didn't lose birds last year in the snow, but it's mainly brooders, especially like this time of the year. We have birds and brooders, birds and grow outs that probably should be in brooders for a few more days, but we're blessed with our temperatures that we don't have to do that. So it's pretty good um, that we could do that, but it's still a little scary. Like if we'd have a snowstorm coming in. Spindle Dream says we got some snow, and today our high was under 20. So yeah, winter reminded us it's coming for real soon. I just couldn't do that. Adriana says need a blue light filter. Yeah, maybe so. I think I need some glasses too. So I was trying to read. I wanted to make some homemade drop biscuits. It was a Bisquick yesterday, and I was trying to read the recipe. I think I need glasses. Christina's in here. She's gonna make me make an eye doctor appointment. Starla is asking how cold to ship. I'm not sure what you mean. Um, I just won't ship where there might be any delays. That's my main concern is delays. Christina says, I think it's because you pointed at your eyeballs. I think probably so. Probably so, but still. Brooke says we're also babies when we got married, 20 and 23. We were 18 and 19. Yep, 18 and 19. You the same. Farmer partners is dealing with it's so I'm blessed that me and Christine are both in it. She does more of the chicken stuff. She is a chicken fan. She loves her silkies, but I love the quail. I'll help her with her silkies. She does most of the quail stuff, and then we both enjoy gardening. I love the garden. I love to weed, and I love to work the dirt. I just enjoy gardening. I actually enjoy pruning tomato plants. I like the smell. I like it's fun, but I do enjoy it. Desiree's asking when do her eggs come in? They should have been last week or this week. Yeah, this week. Grace says she's so excited for a new quail line for me this spring. Yes, I can't wait to ship it out. Um, it'll be fun. I was looking at some of the grow outs, and I think Christina put a Facebook reel up of some of the progressive pied pharaohs, and I mean, definitely think through the different generations of selective breeding that um, we're actually seeing them a lot sooner, seeing the progressive pond a lot sooner. So it's fun to see it from generation to generation, and fun to watch a bird grow older. Christina has pictures of different ages of the same bird, and it's pretty magical. Um, I enjoyed them. Kelly says you better come visit Utah then. Yeah, I need to make a trip out there. It's just not a drivable trip for me, so I'll have to fly. If a drivable trip, I love the drive. Yep. Chris says she hates green bean casserole with onions. Yeah, I agree. Yeah. Okay. So sorry, phone weirded out. How cold is too cold to ship? Really, it's freezing, and it really depends the method of shipping. And once you ship enough, you learn where eggs stop at and where eggs will get held up. So, depending the location in the United States from me would be, depending if I'm a ship or not, and the temperatures, because sometimes the temperature may be good at you and maybe good at me, but there's going to be a hub that it's going to sit there for a day, and that is the problem. So, um, it's at this time of the year you have to be very mindful when you're shipping on what orders go out, what day of the week even, and the temperature wise, which the South, surprisingly, is probably the worst that's shipped to in the wintertime. Like the South to like the middle of the country, like Tennessee area, across Oklahoma, stuff like that, because sometimes they just get hit with snow so hard that they shut down. Whereas like Wisconsin and North Dakota and Wyoming and stuff like that, like Utah and like snow really doesn't bother those people. So I mean everything stays on track, everything stays on time. And I mean we got 10.5 inches of snow and the whole state shut down for like 3 days. So it a lot of that goes into factor, and I keep a lot of notes, and I see trends of different things that happen year to year. So you know, basically my experience of shipping the year before on what worked, what didn't work, and last year I think I had one package that the eggs froze out of all of the packages I shipped during the winter, and I mean it sat in the person's mailbox overnight, I believe. So a bottle of water would freeze like that. So that's really not bad. So what I recommend is, once you get your tracking number, whether it's from me or from any other shipper, once you get your tracking number, just keep an eye on it, and you know around what day it's going to come, and be on the lookout for it. Adriana says, "How dare you rip on green bean casserole? It's my favorite dish. Only one I need at dinner." Oh man. Oh, there's a thumbs down. Oh no. Um. Also, we're gonna I'll take a stop and let everyone know that we're gonna do a hatching egg drawing or two or three. Hashtag GFF, and we'll at the end of the live stream we'll draw for some hatching eggs. And if if you are in a cold environment, you're worried about them, and you want it shipped in the spring, that's fine. Just when we communicate, just let me know, and I'll ship it whenever. Doesn't matter. Winning is winning. It doesn't matter. Homestead Matter says dispatch and hand plucked our first chicken roosters this week. Oh, sister-in-law brought green bean casserole and was the only one who ate it. Usually, the person who brings it is very proud of it, and they are the only person that eats it. Um, Listen, if you show up to my house and you're bringing green bean casserole, you're eating outside with the dogs. We are not allowing green bean casserole in my house at all. Um, they can eat outside with the dogs. I'm sure the dogs would eat it. I doubt if my dogs would even eat that. Desiree says, "Preach! Someone bring a green bean casserole, and they're still half in the fridge." Yeah, just, nobody likes it, and it's a lie that we tell ourselves. And you know, that like it's good. Like green bean casserole goes with holidays, and it doesn't. It goes in the trash. Bill says, "Did you just say winter is good weather?" LOL. Must be from the south. Yeah, it's good weather here. Um, it's not really. My cold's not your cold. My cold is your spring. You'd probably be swimming during my winter. Um, Minus Homestead says, "How does everyone keep their birds warm if you keep them outdoors? It does freeze here a bit, but like 3 weeks out the year, all I've been doing is packing them in with straw and windbreaks. That's all you need to do. Quail can handle the temperature pretty well. You want to keep them dry. Um, Straw is a good way to keep them dry. Straw really doesn't absorb the moisture, and it could just make some like nice little nest in there. And you want to keep them blocked from the wind. If you give them a way to get out the wind, um, don't don't wrap up your coop entirely with plastic, but if you could just block the wind on the north side for them, they'll be quite content. Um, John says, "Can you be hated on green bean casserole?" Oh, come on, John. John, we both know you really don't like it. We both know. Shane Seal says, good seeing y'all this evening. I need to go help my father-in-law. Well, good seeing you, Shane. Thanks for stopping in. ADK 7049 said we had minus 12 Fahrenheit today. Wow, that is chilly. Cam says 24 plus days in the Jumbo Browns, fully fed, head to, and a few of them still like a little heat lamp. Yeah. Um, on Jumbos, it is um, it is advisable to keep heat and light on them for longer than the standard if you want it to grow really fast, along with the proper food. Then you are, you know, they're just gonna eat more and they're gonna be lazier. And if you're looking to butcher them, that's what you want to do. Homestead Matter says, "Go figure. The one tomato plant I didn't prune was the most prolific and full bush this year. I swear, Mother Nature loves to mess with us." Yeah, I have to prune because of our humidity, and I just prune like the lower stuff so we got good airflow under it. Because, um, let's start with the blight early, which we do have some that over summer, which that's the first. Usually they're long gone by now, and they are not. So hopefully we can harvest off of them before it actually gets cold. Cam says, "I have birds that change colors. If they weren't banded, I wouldn't recognize a few." I pulled out some of my older Black Eternix breeders, and I was like, wow, like that they did color morph and they weren't as beautiful black as they were once. The 22 years of marriage, my wife communicates with me via YouTube live stream. So she has 5 standard kosher eggs. Okay. Chris says, "I doubt my dogs would eat exactly." Cam says, "I have Honeywell 360 heater spoiled divas. Uh, love heat. They gave me dirty looks as I moved around first chilly day. The day after I did a vid, they were all chirping happy because of the heater. Yeah, they do love the heat. Well, I refuse to run the heater in my house but I love a warm bathroom, so I have a Honeywell heater in my bathroom because I like it to be like surface of the sun hot in my bathroom, and everywhere else could be freezing cold. Anime says, I named my jumbo pansy. His name is Potato. So far, his body shape and color, his temperament is phenomenal. Yeah. The little feed pansy, I'm going to name Popcorn, maybe Nugget. Absolutely the most chill out of all of them. And it's great with strangers that will cuddle and chill. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And a boy that was pastel pink and gray turned vivid autumn red, auburn red. Ooh, I struggled with that. I can't believe I actually got to the bottom of the chat. Bottom of the chat. So we are at 40 minutes in, and let's see. I'm gonna start my notes here. I'm gonna do a 30 count of Caternix hatching eggs. So let me remember this one time that I didn't share the screen, and I thought I did. Oh, that was for Christina's giveaway. So let me go here. Add to stage. Perfect. Make weird. So we have 26 drawings. So I'm gonna do for a 30 count and see who wins one. Oh, Terry won. Congrats, Terry. All right. I'll get with you. I do have something I wanna send you anyway. So congrats, Terry. I won hatching eggs. Terry hasn't done a live stream in a little bit, but I won hatching eggs on his live stream. So I think that's funny, Terry. I think just StreamYard's just swapping us back and forth. Um, that's pretty cool, and I do thank Terry for stopping in and supporting. Means a lot. Terry's of course, everyone in here is a quail person, so everyone knows who Terry is with Attorney's Corner. He has great a lot of information on his YouTube channel, and yes, Attorney's Corner, good Facebook group. So thanks for stopping in and supporting, and congratulations on winning. That's that's hilarious. Terry says, "I never win." Thanks, Harry. I feel the same way. Like, um, I'm always supporting people like on raffles and stuff like that and fundraisers, and like I never win, but I'm giving the money to to support, not necessarily to win. It's like one of these days I'd just like to win something, and but I never win. We Christina and the homesteading wives did um, they did a gardening class and canning class and a butchering demonstration at Old Farmers Day, and they had it was a high school that was raffling off a sheep, and um, I bought a lot of raffles because I wanted the sheep. And they was like, "What are you gonna do with the sheep?" I was gonna take it home and butcher it and eat it, but I didn't win. But I bought a lot of raffle tickets, still didn't win. But it was fun. That and I think had a raffle for a gun, which I did. These kids were so persistent. They would just like make rounds, and I would buy tickets every time they come. So it was hilarious. Um, yeah, Terry, I'll get with you after the show. I still think it's funny. Terry won. He never wins. He said. Um, all right, so we are gonna do another one because Guess who has to pack eggs tonight? Me. And I kind of been lazy, so I was like, I'm gonna get all my shipments together and figure out where I'm gonna ship. I did not. Christine says, do a different code for the chicken eggs. Maybe not everyone raises chickens around here. They can just not if they don't want, or you could put them in the incubator, Christina. Brooke says Christina does amazing packing eggs. She does. Like I'm telling you, I put the eggs in the foam and I put the foam in the boxes, but everything else is her 100%. Like if it was me packing eggs, y'all would get eggs, a box, shipping foam, and that is it. You wouldn't get a single thing else. I mean the feather earrings, she makes them by hand. All of the other stuff is made, crafted, and very thoughtfully put out um, by her. So that is, she's amazing in that. Even the stamping of the boxes. If anyone got a package from me last week and he was like, "Who stamped this box?" Looked like a toddler did. That was me. I helped Christina stamp boxes. She is like, I've seen her just throw away boxes and get another one if she messed up on the stamp. I had one I double stamped and I turned the stamp so it was like you couldn't read it, and I sealed it up. Wasn't even worried about it. Not Christina. She would have threw that box away. Um, Koshin's, they're a large chicken. Kind of looks like a board rock, feather feet. Um, they're huge though. This is bigger than three of our dogs, so they are large. My man Bill says green beans and butter. Yeah, green beans and bacon grease. Yeah, green bean casserole. Heck no, I agree. I agree, Bill. Um, they yeah. Christina, maybe you could just pick a person for your kosher eggs. Might be better. So let me do this, and we can do another 30 count. Get live on it. Let's draw again. Fu Manchu 88. I'm pretty sure I know who you are. Pretty sure. Um, yeah, just get with me. I'm pretty confident I know who you are. So tomorrow is December 1st. Is it tomorrow? Yeah, tomorrow is December 1st. Is everyone ready for Christmas? Um, who put their tree up? Usually Christina, like the day after Halloween, she's kind of like, you want to get the tree down, you want to get the ornaments, and she has not said anything yet. So I know she wants to set up a tree. So I guess we'll see. It has to be a little cold for me to really get into the Christmas spirit. But usually we get like this nice cold weather at the beginning of December, and then Christmas is 75 degrees. We're wearing shorts. Big Joe says, "Don't pick me finishing up to start hatching emu eggs. Yeah, you'll be tied up with that for a few months." At least he was able to get you some good hatches in before. Homestead Matter says we're getting our tree next weekend. Yeah, I think we have an artificial tree, one of those fancy ones. I think it's pre-lit and whatever. I prefer a real tree, but Christina's a decorator. So, that 50-50, she tells me what she wants and I agree. But when it comes to animal stuff, I just tell her what I want and she agrees. So it's a give and take. Chris says I offered breeder sets for Christmas this year. Oh, that'd be nice. I don't know how to pronounce this. YouTube names are always weird. I want some silkies. They're so adorable. They are. I'm not a chicken fan, but I mean they are. They cute. They really don't cause us like any issues for me. So I'm not a fan of chickens. But they are like cute, fluffy. They are very, very sweet little birds. Minus Homestead says, LOL, my Americana are less than 6 pounds as a hen, and this says Cochin hens are 8 pounds, and they're like fluffy, so they look huge. I'm sure if without the feathers, they would look like, a normal chicken, but they look huge. Joe says, yeah, I got my quail numbers up. Now emu time. Yeah. I know you'll be busy with that. Did you eat one yet, Joe? One of the eggs? Krista Spell says, I put my tree up the week before Halloween. Is the earliest I've ever put up a tree. I've seen a lot of people this year put their trees up early. And we usually are. But we didn't yet. Now, I know Christina's listening, and I bet you'll have a tree up this week. Maya says, yeah, I'm thinking about silkies too. Silkies are nice. Some of them things she got are pretty. And the funny thing is, like, she does the silkies and I do the quail as far as like what goes, what stays, stuff like that. And I'm looking at some of these silkies that I think are absolutely beautiful. And she's like, no, this one doesn't go. And I'm like, wait, wow, it's pretty. She's like, nope, doesn't make it. And I'm like, wow, okay. But then I do the same thing with quail. We had some the other day. She was like, oh, what about this? And I'm like, no, butcher pin. Just she knows what she's looking at. She has a good eye for it. Katie's asking what the colors are on the Cochins. They're black and white. They look like a board rock chicken. That's I'm sure I just insulted every Cochin owner, and including Christina. But it looks like a board rock, but just big with a big fluffy butt. Definitely the big fluffy butt. Those things are just they're huge. Desiree said I got some chickens to call this month, so that's gonna be fun. Yeah, chickens are fun. Yeah, standard board. Yeah, so you still hear good. Send me either a Facebook message or email, and we'll get you out. So, well, happy early birthday, and you won. So this is turned out to be a good, some good wins for people that needed the win. I've had chickens first, and I'm new to quail. I'm fully in for this addiction. Already got my incubator, about to learn how to use it. It is. People always say, "Well, how is it different between quail math and chicken math?" Is you can fit more in an incubator. Well, you can fit more quail eggs in an incubator than chicken eggs, so it's probably worse. But I enjoy incubating. I'm probably addicted to incubating, but I have never seen any classes for that, so I'm just gonna continue with it. Um, I'm just gonna continue with it because I haven't seen any incubators anonymous classes, so we're just gonna keep on hatching. Joe didn't eat one yet, but might eat one soon. Still got some eggs finishing up in the incubator. Just picked up my second emu egg. Good. Yeah, I know they would start they would start laying soon. Yeah, Christina has a video of the chickens on the Facebook page next to a 5 gallon bucket. They're big. And Marie says, I would definitely like silky eggs in the spring if they'll be available. They will be available. You are close enough that if you want chicks, you can get chicks as well. Just reach out to us, Marie, on Facebook or email or whatever, however. Midas says, I need to build a quail hutch tower for spring because I'm going to need them. Yeah, yeah, you do. Christina says, if you're interested in the kosher eggs, put a chicken emoji up and I'll pick someone. Doesn't matter which chicken emoji you put. Joe says, working on getting another incubator. Yeah, we actually had to buy one because Christina wasn't able to hatch. I saw those stick chickens in that video. They're so beautiful, and they're like so gentle and just like um maybe it's because we don't keep anything mean, quail or chickens or dogs or pigs or any other animal. We don't keep anything mean because we do have Lane who's involved, and we do have our grandson who's involved, and I won't have anything hurt a person. So, um, if you mean we don't get rid of them, we do eat them because I guess I'm meaner. Kelly says, "Promise, I'm still here, just listening, figuring out what meds to take. Just take all of them, taking that." No, Kelly, standard cautions. So Mada says, "Hey Aaron, how do you put your totes before you move your chicks to towers? Do you have like a tote rack that you slide them into?" It's a shelving system that we slide them into, and they usually stay in the totes under a brooder heat plate for 5 to 7 days before they go to the towers. Um, Christina does most of the brooding work with it, and it's like a lot less death rate in doing it that way rather than putting them in the tower and having them try to figure out life. They figure out life in a smaller tote situation, and the totes are small, smallish to where they basically have the heat plate, a little bit of space, the water, and the feeder. So, and that's kind of what they need their first couple of days because once a chick gets cold, it's very hard for them to recover from it. Like a quail chick, you rarely will you see if that they'll just pull through it. Once they're adults, they can pretty much live through anything, but they're not. Once they get cold as babies, the chance of survival is down. I love the friendly breeds. I have kids and they love to hold and carry chickens around. Yeah, you gotta have things friendly. If anything around here is mean, then I mean we eat them or we raw feed our dogs. Typically, if you'd walk into our garden area, which is sealed off from the public, it's inside our fence, and all of the extra roosters go into the garden area for like the silkies and stuff like that. And then when it's time to feed the dogs, then they get collected. I had one yesterday. Yeah. A rooster that was Christina was said he was too mean. He was chill with me, but he dog ate him. I could send you something on the totes. Katie says aggression is just a first class ticket to freezer camp. I agree. Yeah. Adriana Lee, please contact us after the live with your address. Congrats. We'll send you out eggs tomorrow. Congratulations. Aggressive rooster, pot and freezer bound. That's the best way. Christine's asking if I'm worried about running out of progressive powered eggs with the high demand. I am not. I'm confident enough that I have enough breeders to accommodate and have the progressive pod still in the 7 to 10 day ship range from order to shipping, so it'll be fine. I kept my quantity small on it, so to make sure, I think you can only order up to a 50 count, just so I don't have somebody come screen record me saying that I want my goal for the spring is 7 to 10 days from order to shipping and be like, haha, you're not doing it. Because I do think it's important that when you order something, you get it, in a timely manner. So I am definitely prepared for it. Because at the end of the day, if I overshoot it and I'm way ahead of sales, then I'll just eat the extra quail. So I mean, I'm not losing. Like I enjoy selling hatching eggs. It is not my life's mission to sell hatching eggs. I enjoy eating quail and sharing quail with others more than the selling of the hatching eggs, because there's a lot that goes into it. If like let's say you tell someone you got 500 quail, and they're like, oh well, quail eggs are worth this much, so this person must be rolling in money. Well, you get eggs that are not perfect; they don't get shipped out, so it doesn't matter if you get a bunch of eggs a night. How many eggs are quality shippable eggs? And I won't sacrifice quality for quantity ever. It just like most of what the quail we eat is the birds that didn't make the cut to go into a breeder, and that's just how it is. This I get a lot of the celadon roosters that we eat. That's not this small, so that's what we're eating. It goes to something. We don't want to waste anything. That's kind of the main thing around here, especially with homesteading, is repurposing, reducing, reusing, recycling. So, I mean, all the way down to the scraps after we butcher doesn't get wasted. That gets put for feed, so it are composted, and so basically I eat the trash birds that don't make the breeding program. Pretty good. I'm eating pretty good, so it doesn't matter. If it's a smaller, if it's a bunch of celadon roosters, I just might need to eat 3 of them. That's fine. Jacob says Aaron is a bird hoarder. I'm betting he has plenty to lay eggs. Yeah. Got a few. Got a few, Jacob. Desiree's asking me to send a tracking code. I sure can, Desiree. It should have been delivered. Let me look right here while we're here. John's asking, what is my favorite recipe for quail? I like quail battered and fried, like with the fish fry. But you take the breastbone, you cut it vertically, top to bottom, then and then you take the legs and you cut them off. Don't fry the whole quail. But I like it like that. Hey, Desiree, I'm looking at your tracking right now, and it's still showing in transit. But I think you were not far from that plane crash. It's actually showing me in Chicago. Yeah, John, I like Asian dishes with quail. I like to debone quail and do some jalapeno cream cheese wrapped in bacon with a deboned quail breast on the grill. Pretty much, I like to grill quail. You ever seen Forrest Gump? That's me. I could tell you like a million ways to cook quail. But what I will tell you is, if Verna's still here, Verna has a cookbook. Let me get that link. Or how about this? Let me just tell you, go join the Facebook group Quail in the Kitchen, and they're gonna have a link, I think, pinned in that group for quail recipes. Jacob saying his brooding is bottleneck, but he's working on it soon. You almost there, Jacob? Did you check your package? Uh, Maya's asking, what is your pickle quail egg recipe? Um, pickle quail eggs. We do have one. Basically, it's just spicy. That or dill. We really don't do anything fancy. Big Joe says quail pot fried with onions and sausage. I agree. Jacob, the quail jalapeno poppers are amazing. I stole that one as soon as you said it. Yeah, they're good. So we are a little over an hour. I'm gonna do one more giveaway. One more. Adriana, if you're are you still here? I have one extra showgirl egg. If you want, I'll throw it in there. Yeah. Christina's packing chicken egg orders right now. So almost did it. Almost there without putting it on screen. So last giveaway, and then I'm gonna go and pack egg orders. That'll be great. Let's see who we got. I'll get with Brent. That's hilarious. Because Brent was just saying he needed to get eggs. So like everybody that won quail hatching eggs tonight needed. Well, I doubt Terry needs eggs, but I mean he said he never wins, so he got to win eggs. So that's actually pretty good the way it worked. We got Terry, who said he never wins. Got Fu Manchu, who was his birthday, and Brent, who just said he needed to get eggs. So that is that is good. Jacob says I like putting a ton of quail in my pressure pot and pulling the meat off the bone and using the shredded quail meat for all sorts of stuff. Yeah, like you do like a pulled pork with the quail. I guess it would be pulled quail, not pulled pork. But you know what I'm saying. Yeah, Brent invited you. Well, thanks for coming in. Brent's a good friend of mine. Brent's a good person. He's doing great things out there in Colorado, and I'm happy to have him to bounce things back and forth off of, and um, a good person to have around. And Jason, this might be the first stream that you don't win anything. Might have to do a midweek live stream just so you have a chance to win. This tea is finally not boiling. I don't know what Christina. I think Christina picked up this tea on the surface of the sun. He got you in the quail. Oh, he brought you to the dark side. Yeah, he has good quail. He has a lot of knowledge, and then his business card holders are pretty cool too. We are not gonna have so Mada's asking. Her birthday is December 15th. When's the next stream? We won't have one next weekend because Lane is in a play. He has a play. I think they perform Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Sunday's mid afternoon, but not sure. I'm sure when we'll go eat or something after the play. Lane is performing in Annie. Lane really loves theater, and it's the same place he does guitar lessons, so it works out. He actually wasn't signed up for theater, and I think they had someone that dropped out, so he did some theater in the fall. So they called on him, and he took it on, and he gets the. Not even sure what's his role in Annie, but in Winnie the Pooh, he was Winnie the Pooh. No, her, yeah, he was Winnie the Pooh, but he doesn't practice around us, so. Yeah, Zero G has such an awesome website with that awesome blog you're all working on. Yeah, I gotta post mine tomorrow. I've been slacking, but I got a good one to post tomorrow. Lane is I think I pay attention. Lane is President Roosevelt. Um, he loves it. He that just it's like a club for kids, and he went for the music portion of it over the summer, and that theater, and he just started. He was like, "Oh, I'm gonna go to that too," and he did really well. So I mean, I'm happy. He loves it. So he's he's Lane. He'll go from 1 minute he'll be theater, next minute he's butchering quail. So you never know with that kid. And I mean, sometimes I forget that he is a young kid when he's doing all of that stuff and butchering a quail and all. I'm like, well, he's pretty grown, and then he wants to go inside and play a video game for a little while. So he's a good kid. Midas says it's great. I love all the arts. I teach art. Oh, that's good. Flucky Homestead says, that's awesome. Thanks for sharing, Christina. I teach Annie musical in my classroom. Didn't realize we have a broad audience. Chris says, well-rounded Lane. Yeah, he's gonna be a good citizen. And he could cook. Lane could definitely cook, so it's a good thing. Well, guys, I am going to log off of here, and I am going to go package eggs. So thanks for stopping in. 1 year anniversary on YouTube live streams. I'm hoping that I could do at least a couple more years, and we'll see everyone on. I won't do live stream next week, so it'll be on the 13th. Yeah, and I have special thing planned. I warned them about it. They didn't agree, but I do have special guests lined up. So, and y'all both know who I'm talking about. So y'all didn't agree to it, but y'all didn't say no. So it is on. Well, thank you everyone for stopping in. Thanks for the amazing support over the last 365 days. We do appreciate it. If you're watching this after, leave a thumbs up, no thumbs down. We don't need any negativity. And congratulations to all our winners. And I'll be contacting everyone in a bit. So thanks everyone. Have a good night.